Welcome to Luminora X, a realm where timeless design gracefully intertwines with inspired living, where every corner and every carefully selected detail whispers of balance and a vision that elevates everyday existence into something extraordinary. And as we begin this immersive journey into the artistry of a beautifully styled modern classic home infused with the unmistakable charm of Pottery Barn, we are invited not only to observe but to experience, to let ourselves be carried into a narrative where comfort and sophistication are never at odds, but dance together in harmony, a story told through materials, light, texture, and intention. And as the façade first comes into view, it immediately reveals the heart of this design philosophy. A timeless structure cloaked in soft gray stone, anchored with the crisp purity of bright white trims, a palette that manages to feel both grounded and ethereal, as though the home itself has stood proudly for generations while still whispering of the future. And then there are the windows, framed in matte black, catching and refracting daylight like glimmering jewels set within stone, their dark lines offering a striking yet restrained contrast to the pale surfaces around them, while at the center, commanding attention yet blending seamlessly into the whole, a rich mahogany door adorned with brass accents stands like a warm invitation, the glow of its polished wood framed by two lush urns brimming with greenery, their sculptural presence setting the tone for what lies within. And just before that threshold, a cobblestone path lined with neatly trimmed boxwoods leads us forward, each stone and each leaf echoing a sense of peaceful order, a reminder that beauty is as much about discipline and rhythm as it is about flourish. And by the time we cross into the entryway, we already feel that this home will not simply be a place of walls and furnishings, but an unfolding experience of grace. Sunlight pours generously through the transom windows above the door, filtering into the space with a honeyed glow that gently kisses the wide oak floors underfoot, floors whose natural warmth anchors the airy composition of the entryway. And here soft taupe walls act as a serene backdrop, their muted tones allowing every other element to breathe, from the marble-topped console table that greets the eye with cool refinement to the ceramic vases perched upon it, vessels of artistry and function that hold both flowers and stories. While at the base of it all, a woven jute runner stretches forward, its tactile weave grounding the space in natural texture, offering a tactile welcome that bridges outside and inside with understated elegance. And serene, in this interplay of natural light, curated surfaces, and organic materiality, that we first recognize the home's deeper language, a language of transition, invitation, and thoughtful balance, where one feels embraced rather than impressed, where every step feels like part of a journey into warmth. Moving further, we are drawn into the living room, a space that opens like a breath, defined by classic crown molding that frames serene taupe walls, the architectural lines lending a timeless rhythm to a room that feels as much about repose as about quiet grandeur. And here the furniture arrangement tells its own story of balance and dialogue as a plush linen, sofa in creamy tones, anchors one side, its softness inviting ease, while opposite a tufted espresso leather ottoman stands in rich contrast, its darker, more grounded presence adding visual depth in between these pieces. A relationship emerges, one that balances light and dark, soft and structured, casual and refined, and all of this is bathed in the natural radiance of daylight that filters through airy linen drapes, their translucence transforming the sun's glow into a gentle wash of luminosity that rests upon an oatmeal wool rug underfoot, a rug whose fibers are thick yet understated, whose presence unifies the arrangement with quiet assurance. Against one wall, a marble fireplace gleams with a subtle sheen, its veining offering visual poetry, while above it, brass sconces flicker with gentle light, their glow neither harsh nor commanding, but tender, a golden counterpoint to the cooler tones of stone, blending warmth and sophistication into an atmosphere that feels simultaneously intimate and elevated. A space where evenings might pass in quiet reading, conversation, or simply being, wrapped in the embrace of thoughtful design. The dining room extends this narrative of grace, where a reclaimed wood table stretches long and sturdy beneath a graceful iron chandelier, its aged surface bearing the marks of history, each imperfection. A testament to life lived and meals shared, a surface where laughter and storytelling will inevitably unfold, and surrounding it, slip-covered chairs stand in soft stone hues, their fabric offering both elegance and approachability, reminding us that refinement need not be untouchable, and as the pale gray walls cradle anti-glass accents and mirrors light bounces gently across the surfaces, doubled and refracted, enhancing the sense of timelessness, while on the tabletop fresh florals bloom beside ceramic vases, small seasonal gestures that bring nature into conversation with architecture, lending vitality and rhythm to the room's composure. And it is in this interplay of rustic texture and polished detail that the dining room achieves its true character, a place not only for nourishment of the body, but also for nourishment of spirit, where history, nature, and craft converge to elevate everyday ritual into enduring memory. Transitioning to the kitchen, one is met by a radiant brightness that feels like an exhale, a deliberate cleansing of heaviness. For here, creamy cabinetry lines the walls, in tones that recall sunlit cream, their surfaces both clean and inviting, paired with the timeless geometry of white subway tiles that rise in rhythmic alignment, their glossy glaze catching the light of delicate pendant lamps suspended above. While at the center of it all, a sage-green island grounds the room with a gentle earthiness, its color bridging the freshness of the cabinets and the natural warmth of the hardwood floors, providing not only function but character, a statement of calm presence. And atop these surfaces gleam quartz countertops, their polished planes, reflecting light like still water, amplifying the room's radiance, while brushed nickel hardware adds just the right note of cool metallic elegance, practical yet undeniably stylish, and olive wood accessories scattered with care add organic soul. A cutting board here, a bowl there, their tactile presence, making the kitchen feel not only refined and functional but alive, soulful, and ready for both the daily rituals of family life and the celebratory moments that punctuated a space that teaches us that true luxury is as much about usability as about visual grace. Beyond, framed by a bay window that curves outward, the breakfast nook emerges like a sunlit alcove dedicated to gentleness and ease. And at its heart stands a round pedestal table in whitewashed oak, its soft grain visible beneath pale finish, its circular form inviting inclusivity and conversation, while above, a woven rattan pendant hangs with sculptural charm, its interlaced texture casting subtle shadows that animate the morning light. And surrounding this composition are cane chairs with gently curving backs, their forms echoing the organic grace of the pendant above, while the linen-draped windows catch golden light that pours in, creating an atmosphere of quiet renewal. And on the table, a small vase of wildflowers rests beside neatly folded linen napkins, small tokens that whisper of mornings unhurried, of breakfast shared in tranquility, of days beginning with intention and calm. And it is this very modesty, this refusal to overstay, that makes the nook profound. It embodies the luxury of slowness, of mornings embraced rather than rushed. Adjacent, the butler's pantry offers a surprise of intimacy, a hidden jewel of function and form wrapped in deep navy cabinetry, its rich hue offset by brass knobs that glimmer like jewels, while white marble countertops stretch across, their cool glow magnified by under-cabinet lights. And on the open shelving above, crystal glasses stand beside matte pottery, their contrast a study in shine and shadow, tradition and craft, utility and beauty. And as one lingers here, it becomes clear that this is not merely storage but a retreat within the home, a small chamber where the poetry of design lives in hushed tones, a reminder that beauty can, and should, exist even in the places unseen by guests. For it is in these quiet details that the integrity of a home is truly revealed. Moving through hallways washed in natural light from clear-story windows, one senses continuity, for the herringbone oak floors extend the rhythm of the entryway, guiding the eye forward, while sepia-toned sketches framed in matte black line the walls in careful cadence, creating a curated rhythm of art and architecture. Each frame a pause, a heartbeat along the journey, and at intervals a walnut console holds sculptural decor and linen-covered books, objects that lend not only visual appeal, but intellectual and emotional grounding, celebrating not excess but thoughtfulness, not spectacle but subtlety. And with each step, the house whispers its central truth, that transition spaces matter, that in the spaces between rooms one may find as much character and meaning as in the rooms themselves. entity. Here in this sense of curated passage that the home reveals its continuity, its ability to carry us seamlessly, from moment to moment, space to space, without ever losing its composure or its warmth. As we move deeper into the home, the heart of private retreat begins to unfold, each space articulating a slightly different note in the grand symphony of design, yet always resonating with the same timeless chord of harmony. And entering the master suite, one is immediately struck not by grandeur in the ostentatious sense, but by grandeur and serenity. For the walls are cloaked in muted dove-gray tones that cradle the senses in calm, while beneath, a thick rolled rug in stone hues softens each step across oak flooring, and at the center rests a four-poster bed finished in brushed linen upholstery, its tall silhouette softened by layers of quilted coverlets and plush pillows in shades of ivory charcoal and muted sage textures, layered not for display but for comfort, for the invitation of rest. And above the bed, a framed landscape painting depicts rolling meadows at dusk, its soft palette echoing the room as a calm rhythm, while beside the bed, marble-topped nightstands carry alabaster lamps whose golden glow spills softly against the walls each evening, their light a tender counterpoint to the daylight that pours through sheared drapes by morning. And across the room, a velvet armchair in muted emerald rests by a window, accompanied by a small oak side table, a quiet nook designed for reading, reflection, or simply gazing outward at the garden views beyond, reminding us that even in the most personal of spaces, design is not only about what we see, but about how we feel, about offering places for pause, places for breath. Extending from the bedroom lies the ensuite bathroom, a sanctuary of refinement where Carrara marble runs in endless sweeps across floors and walls, its cool veins flowing like gentle rivers. And within this frame, a freestanding soaking tub rises like sculpture, placed beneath a wide picture window that welcomes in natural light softened by gauzy linen shades, while beside the tub a brushed brass tray holds candles, royat towels, and a small vase of white peonies, creating a tableau that is both luxurious and deeply human. And across the room, a double vanity stretches long with quartz countertops shimmering faintly in the light of crystal sconces, while framed mirrors above add depth and reflection, expanding the sense of airiness. And the shower, enclosed by clear glass panels framed in matte black, becomes its own architectural statement, balancing transparency with structure, while polished nickel fixtures deliver streams of water like a cleansing rain, turning daily ritual into ceremony. And as one lingers here, it becomes clear that this bathroom is not an afterthought, but a temple of renewal, a space designed not only for physical cleansing, but for the quiet restoration of spirit. Moving down the hall, the guest rooms carry their own narratives of welcome, each one carrying subtle variations of the home's central aesthetic while offering distinct personalities. And in one, pale sage walls embrace a spindle bed dressed in crisp white linens, with a quilted taupe coverlet folded at the foot, while rattan baskets rest at the end of the bed filled with extra throws, practical yet inviting. And on the dresser, ceramic lamps glow beside a bowl of fresh fruit, a small gesture of hospitality that feels deeply human. While in another guest room, soft blue-gray tones create a restful palette, where a sleigh bed, upholstered in oatmeal linen, stands beside antique brass reading lamps, and botanical prints framed in white line the wall, echoing a dialogue with nature, while woven blinds diffuse the light filtering in, ensuring that even for visitors, the home offers not only shelter but experience, not only rest but memory. The children's spaces are no less thoughtful, filled with playful sophistication, where one finds a white bunk bed with integrated storage, its form efficient yet endearing, dressed in striped navy and white linens that recall nautical rhythms, while the walls display whimsical prints of constellations and sailing maps, sparking imagination. And on the rug, scattered wooden toys and books rest, reminders that design here accommodates the rhythms of childhood, of play and discovery. And in another corner, a small desk rests by a window, its oak surface holding jars of pencils and watercolor paints, a space where creativity is not confined but nurtured. And in this thoughtful layering of play, study, and rest, one recognizes that beauty in a family home is not about freezing life into stillness, but about allowing life to unfold naturally within carefully designed frames. Ascending to the upper landing, one encounters a loft space designed as a flexible retreat, where a sectional sofa in warm beige invites sprawling relaxation, while built-in shelves line the wall, filled with linen-bound books, sculptural objects, and woven baskets that hide the practical clutter of daily living. And across from this arrangement, a large arched window pours light into the space, illuminating a round wooden table flanked by upholstered chairs, a spot for board games, casual meals, or late-night conversations. A reminder that not all shared moments need grandeur, that sometimes the truest luxury is found in informality. Transitioning into the study, we enter a world of focus, where deep walnut paneling envelops the room in warmth, and a leather-topped desk stands at the center, its brass hardware gleaming under the light of a shaded lamp, while shelves filled with carefully chosen books and objects rise behind, and a tufted leather chair anchors the desk, while a woven rug grounds the space in organic softness. And here, though the aesthetic is undeniably elegant, there is also a sense of lived-in authenticity, of a room that is not only to be admired but to be used, a space where work, thought, and creation might flourish free of distraction. Stepping outward, the garden room offers a contrast, a space bathed in light from walls of windows, where wicker seating dressed in linen cushions rests on stone flooring, and in the center a live-edge wooden table carries clay pots filled with herbs, lavender, and rosemary, their fragrance mingling with the soft breeze that flows in through open French doors, blurring the line between inside and out. And above, a rattan pendant hangs low, its form echoing the woven textures throughout the home, while nearby an iron rack holds gardening tools, watering cans, and woven baskets, reminding us that beauty here is practical, tactile, rooted in rhythm with the earth. Beyond the interiors, the outdoor living spaces continue the dialogue, beginning with a veranda shaded by timber beams, where wicker sofas with cream cushions rest beside a coffee table topped with weathered stone, and lanterns hang from chains above, their glow in evening hours transforming the space into a sanctuary of gathering. And beyond, a stone terrace extends toward the garden, where a fire pit ringed with Adirondack chairs invites conversation beneath the stars, while to one side, an outdoor kitchen stands, complete with a stone-built grill, a marble-topped counter, and open shelving stacked with clay plates and copper mugs, a space where summer evenings unfold in laughter, food, and companionship. And all around, the garden blooms with hydrangeas, roses, and lavender, their fragrance mingling with the smoke of the fire and the freshness of evening air, creating an atmosphere that feels both celebratory and restorative. At the far end of the property, a small greenhouse stands, its glass panes glowing faintly in the dusk light, and inside rows of terracotta pots carry young seedlings, herbs, and climbing vines, tended carefully, reminding us the design here honors not only the aesthetic of architecture, but the cycles of life, growth, and seasonality. And nearby, a small wooden bench rests beneath a pergola wrapped in wisteria, its purple blossoms cascading like nature's own chandelier, creating a quiet retreat for solitude, reflection, or intimate conversation, showing that even the outdoor narrative is as layered and intentional as the interiors. Returning once more inside, the home cinema provides a wholly different atmosphere, one of immersive leisure, where velvet drapes cocoon the space in darkness, and rows of reclining chairs upholstered in supple leather face a wide projection screen, while acoustic panels clad in fabric soften the sound, and hidden LED strips cast a gentle glow along the floor, guiding pathways without breaking immersion. And on side tables, trays carry glassware and bowls ready to be filled with popcorn or wine, reminding us that luxury here is not confined to formality, but extends to delight, to shared entertainment, to laughter and quiet. Front of film. The basement wine cellar continues the theme of indulgence, its arched stone walls creating a cave-like intimacy, lined with oak racks carrying bottles in carefully organized cadence. And at the center, a round iron table rests beneath a wrought iron chandelier, offering a place for tastings, for conversations that linger deep into the evening. And here, the scent of aged oak and stone mingles with the glow of candlelight, offering not only a space of storage but a ritual of appreciation, reminding us that a home is as much about the intangible as the tangible. At last, stepping back through the flow of these many spaces, from the airy entryway to the intimate corners, from the luminous kitchen to the shadowed cellar, from the child's playful nook to the parent's restorative retreat, one understands that what binds this home together is not a single object or feature but a philosophy, That true design balances tradition and innovation, comfort and sophistication, utility and beauty. That each room is not an island, but part of a greater narrative, a symphony of intention and care. And as we take one final lingering gaze at its gray stone walls catching twilight, its windows glowing warmly, like lanterns, its doors still flanked by greenery, we feel the home not only as an aesthetic triumph, but as an invitation into a way of living that elevates the ordinary into the extraordinary, a way of being where beauty, comfort, and humanity are forever intertwined.